Welcome in to
Hardaway.
aka the three-man Jalen Week, aka the best big three since LeBron, D Wade, and Boss. Live on YouTube. If you are in the stream, leave us a like. If you're watching the show after the fact, leave us a like. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll greatly appreciate it. If you are on a podcast platform, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anybody podcast, leave a 5-star review, and we will also greatly appreciate that as well too. If you don't know who on and off the court. And when I say it's really shitty, it's really shitty. Shitty, what up?
What's up, man? You ain't freezing, ain't it? I thought the cold storm was over, man. I'm glad to see you back.
Little Wi-Fi been tripping. Actually, I'm changing Wi-Fi soon. I'm going to fiber optic because Wi-Fi ain't in no more.
Oh, okay. Let me know because they trying to send me a promotional deal now. I'll hop on the train.
18. If it's in your area, AT&T, they got you. So they just put in my area last summer. So
I thought when I moved to Dallas, the AT&T service would get better because the AT&T Stadium.
Well, the Cowboys, they halfway playing right anyway, so the Wi-Fi,
It's all
the Eagles. Okay, I get it. Yeah. I walked right into that one, though, didn't I?
You did walk right into that one.
You did walk that one. Okay.
You did. We also got your favorite DJ, Sample Man himself, Mr. I met Glorilla the other day, Mr. Ted Shakir.
Big Glow, big Memphis energy out here in Phoenix. Man. What's going on, y'all, man? Hey, shout out to Glow. Make sure y'all go check out her concert, her and the gang. Phenomenal job. They definitely put some money behind her in the concert and the performance. So if y'all get a chance, please. Especially if you from Memphis. I had the time of my life there. I ain't gonna even lie.
Facts. I thought you had was DJing for her for a second. Like, hold on, man.
Look, man, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to my boy Kadeem. I was a text away. I was like, damn, but it's all good. I just wanted to enjoy myself. I was vibing. Yeah, I was chilling, man.
Got the connection. That's all that matter, man. Got the connection.
Come on.
Yeah. So y'all know I had a show planned. I want to talk about LeBron. He 36 points away from Kareem. I want to talk about Draymond Green. I want to talk about OG Anunoby. We still might, depending on how this goes. But Kyrie Irving said, man, F all of that. Hold my beer. I'm the man to trade out of Brooklyn, which caught a lot of people off guard, given that the Nets, they were playing much better. Of course, this is prior to Kevin Durant's injury. The injury happened with Kevin Durant, and things just kind of went downhill. Behind the scenes, Kyrie's, ever since the whole anti-Semitic situation, kind of been low-key, been playing good basketball. He's an all-star starter, so obviously he's playing good basketball. But, I mean, it kind of hit us out of nowhere. What was that, January? That was not January, it's February 3rd, because it was Jordan's day with ESPN, all these highlights and games, and Kyrie said, nah, man. He said, nah, this is my time. So Kyrie demanded trade. What the report was saying from Shams was that Kyrie wanted his long-term extension. Brooklyn, of course, they whiffed at that. They're like, I don't know if we want to do that or not, given that you might decide to not play basketball at any given time, which fair is a fair assessment. But long story short, Kyrie want to trade. The Brooklyn Nets don't want to give him his long-term contract unless they win an NBA championship. Kevin Durant is now hurt, so that kind of hinders that stipulation. And now Kyrie Irving said, y'all get like 5 days to make it happen, or I'm walking up out of here. So, with that being said, I know y'all talked about it a little bit on Let's Be Real, but we're now on 3 to Hardaway. We can go a little bit more in depth with Kyrie's situation. What did y'all make of it? Like, what was y'all immediate reaction when you saw Kyrie Irving demand a trade again?
I'd like to hear Sheedy first.
Go ahead, Sheedy.
Nah, you good. Honestly, when I first heard it, I said, this is fake.
I thought it was fake too. I'm like, hold on, this is Sean's verified. Look, Elon Musk, I know you changed the verification system, but I had to make sure, man. I'm like, hold on, man. Sean said it, and then whoa, so like, okay, we good now.
Yeah. And so in totality, so I'll start from beginning to end. The moment I heard about it again, I thought it was fake. And then you keep waiting, then you wait for the real reporters, right, that we trust, be like, no, this is real. And when Woj says it, or Sean, I'm like, oh, this is real. So then I'm like, dang. So he really still wants to trade with, to the point that you're making. This is a contending team with the roster as intact as it is. I've said it here. I've said it on LBR. I said the thing that they needed to change to make them contenders, in my eyes, was the coaching. If you got KD and Kyrie and the lineup that they have, got a pretty good lineup coming off the bench. Of course, you can find a big man, which what we'll talk about later. But this is a contending team. And I also think that once they enter the playoffs, they'll remember what it felt like last playoff. Now, I said this on this show. I think Kevin Durant is in a different mindset once the playoff time hits because of what happened last year. With all of that said, Kyrie's telling KD, hey, I'm here for 7. It's my best friend a few days earlier prior to this. And so surface level, we all believe everything is fine. Then the news drops on February 3rd. And it's like, really? Like, you really want to force your way back out? Now, also, this will be the 5th time in a matter of 1 year 3 players have requested a trade to be out of there. All 3 are Hall of Famers when it's all said and done. Whether you're talking about Kyrie Irving, who needed it twice, Kevin Durant, who said it twice, or James Harden, who said it once, loud and proud. In fact, all of them requested a trade. Something is not right from the top down, even though they've taken care of the coaching problem. I also say in this stance that Kyrie is doing a favor for the Nets because Kyrie is telling Brooklyn, I see what you've done. I see the direction you're going. And at the end of this year, I'm not a part of that. Period, point blank. So get trade value out of me now while I've been scoring 35 plus. I feel like in this past 10 to 12 games, especially with Durant being hurt, he's been carrying the team on his back. And I didn't see it coming. I'm trying to make this story as short as possible. But I also see how it's beneficial for Brooklyn to go and get something in return for him. And we'll talk about those destinations here moving forward. Now, to me, I still don't believe this tarnishes anything to do with Kyrie's dynasty, lineage, whatever you want to say about Kyrie. I don't believe that because there's clearly a problem within the management of Brooklyn that is making these superstar players say, I'm good. And so I don't want to be like, oh, well, he can't win the ring. No. There's something at the top and they're not agreeing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just go ahead and be honest. Let's not even talk about, Hall of Fame players or making millions of dollars. Be honest with yourself. If you are at your job and your boss keeps doing things that you're against, and you as an employee have went to your boss and said, I need X, Y, and Z done, and they say, oh, I'm good. I don't even want to take care of X, Y, and Z. Then you will be looking for another job, even while at your job. So let's go ahead and cut it what it really is and act like these people are real human beings and not just these superstar athletes all the time. But I rest, and I'll give it back to the Prince.
So I first found out about the news in an interesting way, man. I'm just trying to get my life together, live a better, healthier life, if you will. And that's when y'all get the little group chat going, and I just immediately hear Sheedy laughing like he just heard the funniest joke in the freaking world. And Savage, if you can, you got to pull it up somehow. But
I don't have it, but man, I got to put it on Twitter at some point.
Put it on Twitter, for sure. That's how I found out, and I'm like, okay, did he get traded, or what's going on? Like, why is the Negro laughing so much? And I found out that Kyrie requested the trade, so that's how I found out about it. And honestly, it makes sense. The Prince of All Sands. Hey, Vegeta is that guy, though. You know what I'm saying? Vegeta is that guy. But no, it makes sense to me. In all honesty, I think is the best power move that Kyrie could have played. Even if you look back at when he promoted the video, the media did more promoting than anything. And I think if Kyrie would have known it would have been that much backlash, I think he probably wouldn't have done that. I think that's maybe the only thing out of Kyrie's situation that I think he probably would take back. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. It happened. Other than that, Kyrie was still playing good basketball, and now we're here now. And y'all said multiple times that if you have a player that's looking to be traded while his value is high, you got to go ahead and do it. Kyrie's value is the highest it's been in years. I ain't said a peep in the media, but he still let it be known. This ain't who was Sham who put out the information about him wanting to trade. This ain't nothing new. So let's stop acting like it is. He told y'all asses in the summer, I want an extension. Pay me. You know what I'm saying? And of course, they went through the season. And I think one of us said that it's gonna come to this moment, the trade deadline, that Kyrie gonna be like, hey, I ain't forgot about y'all. Did y'all forget about me? And it's looking like Sean Marks got a decision to make. And let's not act like this is the first time that a star has been asked for a trade. You got Anthony Davis back in the day, who got traded. You got Kawhi Leonard, got traded and won a championship. I think what's going on and what's kind of hesitant is that you're going to get Kyrie on a rental. Unless you send him somewhere in a market that he wants to be in, LA, which LA team, we definitely gonna talk about it because I definitely got a big board on my Kyrie destinations and I'm normally kind of right on them. But you'll be again renting Kyrie Irving for 2 years. But I think this is also Kyrie realizing that, hey, 3-4 years, this will be my my final big contract. I'm a showstopper. People come to watch me play. I need that $200 million, whether I'm playing 50, 60, 70, 80 games, I don't care. And when it matters the most outside of the Celtics injury, that, you can't judge stepping on somebody's foot. Like, that's basketball. Kyrie Irving has been there. That's all I'm going to say. Pay the man. He's worth $200 million, whether he played 50 games or 80 games. Pay the man.
So I had some time to think about it. Earlier in the life of this podcast, we mentioned that we're going to just come back to the soap opera of the Brooklyn Nets at some point. And somewhere down the line, once Brooklyn started hooping and it got kind of quiet on the Brooklyn front, this podcast did acknowledge that, hey, Brooklyn is actually winning these games, y'all. Like they win these games, and Kyrie looked good, Kevin Durant looks good, Ben Simmons, but we still were acknowledging them. But now we're back at the point. We're back at the point where KD's hurt. And Kyrie is like, this is ugly. I don't want to play with Ben Simmons. I don't want to play with Cam Thomas, even though Cam Thomas just balled out the other day, 44 points.
Hey, free Cam Thomas.
Free Cam Thomas.
That dude
is a problem. So I think that this was the plan all along for Kyrie Irving, was that about a week before the trade deadline, I'm going to still acknowledge that, hey, either y'all going to pay me, because I think Kyrie wants to be in Brooklyn first and foremost. I think he wants to be in Brooklyn. He's from the area. Is his best friend is there. You got Jacques Vaughn now. I think that's where he wants to be. But Brooklyn is not showing that they actually want to keep them, which again is their right to feel that way, given all that has happened and is continuing to happen. So I think they got a problem on their hands, because if you keep Kyrie, past the trade deadline, you're not going to be able to trade him for anything. He's going to walk anyway, because y'all didn't want to pay him unless they break the bank in the offseason, which I can't foresee them doing that.
That's their only choice, Savage.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you out. That's their only choice. If you keep Kyrie, that's your only choice, is to re-sign him for that long-term extension or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they ain't moving.
Yeah, I don't think Brooklyn moving, man. I think they just like, nah, we just gonna see how they want to see how it plays out. Now, if they win a ring, I think they break the bank, but I don't know if they're gonna win a ring, given that Kevin Durant is hurt right now, and there's it's too much smoke around that situation for it to be a stable situation with that. And even giving I'm Ben Simmons' biggest supporter, and I've taken my hiatus from Ben Simmons, because I'm just like, look, man, you didn't shoot the ball against Philadelphia. What the hell's going on? So yeah, man, I don't know what my gut tells me, which is why in the next section or next segment of the episode, I'm trying to figure out what makes the most sense for him destination wise. Because I mean, he could very well stay in Brooklyn, but if he's staying in Brooklyn, I would hope that they pay him. He can very well go to LA, because we saw LeBron with the lurking eyes and the crown emoji, along with the coach. Phil Handy said it too. I'm like, the coach saying it, LeBron saying it, that don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? And LA, I think, is privy to that as well too. And then you got other options as well too, which we'll get into in a little bit. So this, something has to give. One way, either they're gonna trade Kyrie Irving to Brooklyn, not Brooklyn, but trade Kyrie to somewhere from Brooklyn, or they're gonna sign him or not sign him, which again causes even more of a situation because now Kyrie isn't even playing. He's out, I think, tonight and the rest of the week until they figure out what's going on. But you, as an organization, don't want that for your situation right now. You don't want that distraction. He got booed last night. I think it was last night he got booed. So, go ahead, Sheedy.
Dang, I muted myself. He did get booed. And let me say this as well. I messaged Tuke about this. Well, messaged all of us about it. Like, if I saw the Nets as contenders, I saw a few moves that I felt like would be essential for them to make. Very small, minute. But now I think the locker room is in shambles because Kyrie didn't say anything to anyone, as we've seen, and didn't give that proper respect. I absolutely
not
love
even Kevin Durant knew about that. He was like, "What?"
But it's the best friend, though, right?
Yeah.
Now I love Jacques Vaughn's response to all of this in saying that I'm the head coach. I'm going to show up and do my job. I expect 1 through 17 to do the same thing. I love that response. Steve Nash's response, who knows? Who freaking cares? But there's something to be said for if Kyrie would have at least told everyone else what was going on, I think the locker room kind of gel a little bit better, or even Brooklyn fans would be more receiving of him. But right now, as it stands, he is looking like the most toxic thing in Brooklyn, unfortunately. And that's with the fans booing him. That's with, people not knowing what's going on. It's almost like he kept a secret. Even though, to your point, we said we would kind of revisit this topic, right? And there's another team that we need to revisit around the trade deadline as well. That was getting a lot of heat at the beginning of the season. But I really hate this for Kyrie. And honestly, I hate it for Brooklyn. I'll be out of bounds. I laughed because I thought they were contenders. You cannot trade a cornerstone piece of your franchise and not know what you're going to get in return and still expect to contend in the middle of the season.
You can't trade 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, dog. You just
those are Hall of Fame numbers.
That's a chunk of your offense, man. That's a chunk.
Real quick, my only thing is the word secret is what gets me. My only thing that I'll say about that is that everybody knew in the summer that this man wanted to get paid. Ain't no secret about that. And the way he's responding is the same way that Lamar Jackson is responding. You know what I'm saying? We want the same thing for Lamar Jackson. It's the same thing with Kyrie. I'm not finna risk my health as well because Kyrie does have an injury history as well. Mm-hmm. Pay me what I work. They knew that over the summer. I don't believe that KD and Kyrie ain't talked about, them getting them. They understand it's a business. They've been in this thing 10 years. They understand it's a business. Kyrie's giving my money. I think Kevin Durant. I think all the players do actually understand that.
So I got a question then, because both of these players, along with James Harden, have demanded a trade from Brooklyn. Why do y'all think that, just individually, why do you think Kyrie is demanded a trade? Why do you think Kevin Durant demanded a trade? Because I feel like Kyrie wants to get paid, obviously. But what is Kevin Durant's reason for trade? Aside from the coach, he still seems to not be happy, I don't think.
I don't think it's a Kevin Durant thing. I think it's more so of a front office thing, like Sheedy pointed out at the beginning. Because even when you looked at when the Nets came to Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, that whole situation kind of cursed the franchise. You traded all your pieces for players that were outside of their prime. And I ain't going to say they done the same thing again in this situation, but those players only played a year and a half with the Nets. And then it was back to the drawing board. I think the same thing is happening again because you got an in-depth front office who don't want to pay Kevin Durant's best friend, whatever they want to call themselves. And if you don't want to pay him what he's worth and you don't want to help us, what are we doing? Like I said, this ain't year 6, year 5 Kevin Durant. This year 15, 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got time to waste. So if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm getting the hell on out of there as well if you don't give my man what he worth. And it starts, like I said, in the front office.
Yeah, I think I totally agree. First of all, I will say also, in regards to not even the secret thing, I side with Kyrie on all this, by the way.
I couldn't tell by the way you was laughing.
Because they're not contenders anymore. That's why I laugh.
I think,
from our previous talk about you and the Nets. That's why.
I think basketball wise, I agree with Kyrie because I'm like, I'm scoring 27 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. I've been playing. I've been a good soldier since the situation where I took care of what y'all wanted me to do. That's done. I've been playing good basketball.
They send him on my player missions, bro. Side quests. They send him on side quests, bro. Like, come on, he did it all. Like, come on, man.
I'm like, because like when a person who goes to prison does their time and they go back into society, that's it. Like, I've done my time. I did what I was supposed to do. There shouldn't be any issues now. Now, if y'all don't want me, which is what he's basically implying that, then trade me. So I'm trying to figure out like what is. Some got to give, man. Some got to give.
And I think, along with front office, I think KD's concern and James Harden's concern for why they wanted to be gone, I really think it was coaching. I really believe if Steve Nash was not if Jacques Vaughn was the original coach as he should have been, I don't even know if James Harden is ready to actually leave per se at that time, and request that trade and come back fat and all that other stuff. I don't know. But I think Kyrie's point is he needs to get paid. Now, unfortunately, the way the CBA is made, like you had to at least play for a team, get a contract first, and then re-up and get a little bit more after that contract as well, which I think he was shooting for with Brooklyn and looking to get, upwards of about $50 million a season. And I'll be dog if I would tell you he's definitely worth it. $50 million a season, when healthy, when all this. I believe that, especially with the new CBA, how the rules are, all that stuff. But to not grant a star player what he asks for in Brooklyn, because that's really what it is. He's asking for something. You're telling him no. Cool. I'm going to get my stuff. I'm gonna clock in for the day. I'm going to clock out for the day as well. But just know I'm leaving this job, so to speak. Same thing for us. If your job tells you, hey, listen, I know you've been working real good, Savage. I know you asked for this pay increase because you've been here for 10 years. However, we can't do that right now, and I just need you to clock in and clock out like normal. Well, shit, in that summertime come around, them jobs start opening up, you up out of there. You look for somebody that's getting your worth.
That's actually happened. That's actually happened to me.
There we go.
When I first got out of grad school, I got a job, and in the interview, the guy who interviewed me, he said, "I know you leaving within a year because this ain't enough money for you." I said, "You right." And within a year, your boy was gone. So, hey, Kyrie, I respect it. Get your money. Keep playing basketball, please, because I like watching you play basketball. Keep at it, man. So you had a trivia question. You said, I don't know if it relates to Kyrie or anything.
But... Oh no, we good. I found like just something interesting before we move on.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so that was just somebody posted on Instagram, and they said a perfect near season, and this player was an NBA champion, Finals MVP, scoring champion, and All-Star Game MVP. Michael Jordan, I believe, did it, and he had Defensive Player of the Year, but this player didn't get Defensive Player of the Year.
That sound like Shaq for some reason. It's Shaq. It sound like Shaq.
99, 2000.
I like early 2000 Shaq. He was going about 34 points a game.
He got the scoring title, I believe.
Yep. Scoring title. And I ain't want to get a games, but 67 wins. That team won 67 wins. So.
Okay.
He had I think I even shared about that. He got everything but Defensive Player of the Year. And how you not give Shaq Defensive Player of the
Year? Yeah. Who won that year?
The Heat.
Yeah, actually did.
But Shaq's defensive stats were better than Alonzo, so that's the big thing about that one.
They probably say we can't get Shaq everything now.
Right.
But they just gave it to Akeem like 5 years earlier. I don't know. Okay.
All right, so we talked about Kyrie. Let's get into some potential destinations. Obviously, after Kyrie said that he wanted a trade, there were reports of teams who expressed interest in getting Kyrie's services. Obviously, getting those services are complicated, given that he is a complicated individual. So I just went through all the different articles and just saw who was interested, at least in the slightest. And there were, I believe, 5 teams, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 teams. I'm gonna include the Nets as well too, as far as like what it would mean if they kept them. We talked about it a little bit, so we don't have to do too much with the Nets. But Lakers, Suns, Mavericks, Heat, and Clippers were what I got from those articles. But Took, you are the resident conspiracy person / figure out where somebody gonna go. So I'm gonna let you at least give me your hierarchy.
Let's hear his big board.
Give me your big board of Kyrie destinations.
And those 5 are on my destinations for sure. Top 5 actually.
Okay.
If you ask me my top destination, it's gonna be because Brooklyn is a cursed franchise and they don't know what the hell they're doing. Like I said, up top, they're gonna end up keeping Kyrie and not trading them. I think that we're gonna do all this and Kyrie's still gonna be a Brooklyn after the trade deadline. That's my honest opinion.
That's your official prediction.
If you you know what I'm saying, official. But if I'm the Los Angeles Clippers and I'm able to keep Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, for one, I'm doing Brooklyn what you want. For two, I got the pieces, more pieces than trying to bring Russell Westbrook back. Kevin Durant play with him. Other than Russell Westbrook,
I need that, man. I need that one more time.
I don't. What outside of Russell, what are the Lakers gonna offer realistically?
Some white.
I know they're talking about some picks 10 years from now, whatever. That's not gonna work as far as getting Kyrie Irving when you got the Clippers who can add, John Wall and a couple of other.
Kennard wants to get out of there.
So I'm like
Robert Covington.
Mm-hmm. You got
Powell.
Tyloo, you get Tyloo back, Kyrie back for at least another year and a half, whatever. I think it's 2 years, whatever. You let that rock. If that don't work, cool. Clippers my number 2 option. Gotta be. Top 3, Heat. Y'all got the pieces, even though Kyle Lowry ain't top 10 no more, whatever package y'all can get for him. Maybe Duncan Robinson to make the salaries work out with Kyrie, send some draft picks.
Tyler Hero. I get Tyler Hero out of.
I mean, at this point, like you trying to get the best. If you're Brooklyn, you're trying to get the best deal possible, and you can. If you're the Heat, you can keep Tyler Hero because we've seen players get. You're trying to rent Kyrie for 2 years at this point. A year, 2 years at this point. And I imagine him going, the Suns and the Mavericks, it makes sense, but it kind of don't because you're kind of bringing, it's one basketball for one. If you were to Dallas, that Luka and Kyrie kind of don't make sense, especially if he ain't got nobody else that's on the team. So kind of process that out. And then same thing for the Suns. You got Ayton who don't want to be there. Even though it kind of makes sense for you to rent Kyrie for 2 years, you still not going to be able to use that cap space. Same situation the Nets in. If I'm the Nets, I told y'all early in the season, early on in the podcast, I'm not sending him nowhere in the East. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to go somewhere west. The Clippers literally make the most sense as far as Kyrie Irving.
I think the only team in the East would have to be Miami. I mean they're not in the same division, so they're not really competing directly.
I'm not trying to go against Kyrie Irving in any kind of playoff situation if I'm the Brooklyn Nets. So, like I said, they stay because they're idiots. Hopefully, they pay the man over the summer, but send them to the Clippers if you're trying to get the best possible package.
So speaking of the packages, let's just get into each team and just kind of discuss. So like first one is obviously the Lakers. I don't know what they could send because I forget who says on Twitter, but it's like the Lakers have literally nothing that I want. I mean, I don't want Russell Westbrook because you if you're putting Russell Westbrook with Kevin Durant again, I'm just like Kevin Durant gonna ask for a trade. He gonna know what? Nah, get me up out of here. I ain't doing this.
That's disrespectful at this point.
Right. Sharky said Kyrie, he's a free agent this half season. So half season, yeah.
Okay, but it's a gamble I'm willing to take if you're the Clippers because Tyloo's there.
Yeah.
And you playing with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
I would assume
not playing games anyway.
I would assume
it's heaven for Kyrie.
If you're trading for Kyrie, I'm just gonna assume you would sign him at least for 3 years. I'm gonna just assume that. Like if the Lakers trade for Kyrie, they're gonna sign him at least to match LeBron's time left with the Lakers before Bronny gets into the league and LeBron bounces up out of there. So I'm gonna assume whoever trade for him are gonna want to sign him, and I think the Lakers would sign him for at least 2-3 years or whatever. Kyrie ain't getting 4 years. He's absolutely not getting that. He getting maybe 2 or 3 with a lot of money up front, probably. I can't see them doing 4. I can't do 4 years of Kyrie. You can't do it. So Lakers, they don't have much to give. I mean, aside from an expiring Russell Westbrook, but I feel like if the Brooklyn Nets trade with the Lakers, they're gonna have to add another team to the mix where that sends Westbrook to Utah or Westbrook to Houston or whatever he gonna go because he's not going to Brooklyn. He absolutely not. He's not doing it. That ain't happening. So y'all think he going to the Lakers? Yes or no?
As much as people would love to see it, Nah, unless that happens and they able to send Russ somewhere else.
That's the only way.
That's
the
literally
only way.
that he ends up in LA.
And so that adding that third team is crucial. Whether it's Utah, whether it's San Antonio,
Yeah. Teams that ain't competing. I'm not helping the Lakers. I'm not helping the Lakers as I'm a slaw team that don't want to win.
Yeah, and you're just gonna get Russell Westbrook for whatever. So to go back to the earlier question about destinations and such, along with what you're saying right now, it's crazy because we're really in a time when if LeBron says something, it kind of actually happens, so to speak, at times. LeBron literally traded his whole team away in 2017, 18. And said, "Oh, y'all got to go," including D-Wade. He was part of that. D-Rose, all of them, and got a whole new team. So I believe he's going to be in LA. The question now, I think, comes: is he going to be a Clipper or a Laker? And to the point that's already been made, if the Lakers do not find a third team to take on Russell Westbrook, then they will lose this sweepstakes, which is actually probably going to be more beneficial for them moving forward. The Clippers are the better option because of what Tuka said with Tyronn Lue. He's already got that history with him. Someone that is going to stay on him. I thought it would be Jacque Vaughn, and Jacque Vaughn's done a great job so far. But I think maybe there's a more respect there from Kyrie and Tyronn, championship, whatever. Now, the issue I would have with the Clippers is to the point that you said, Savage, if he's not coming and signing a deal, then you're really only looking at him for the next, honestly, 3-4 months.
Yeah.
And it's what they're trading away. If they don't get rid of Norman Powell, because Norman Powell's been balling.
Yeah, he open.
Covington's really sitting the bench. Luke Kennard, he's a 3-point shooter. He's streaky. He does what he does. John Wall, I thought was working out at the beginning of the season. He's not now. And so if they do a trade, the Clippers, where they do all this and keep Norman Powell with the Clippers, trade the rest of those pieces away to make it work financially, then I say yes to the Clippers, even if it's for a 3 or 4 month rental, because we've seen this team do well with just Paul George.
They healthy. Ooh,
you see what I'm saying? So I would say yes. Who was it? Mavericks? No. I don't even who would the Mavericks trade? I don't want no one on the Mavs besides Luka or Luka. That's it. That's
Luka
or Doncic. There's no one else that plays for the Mavericks.
Literally, nobody else. Nobody.
They played last night.
I mean, maybe Dinwiddie, but no.
Going back to the Nets.
I can't.
Nah. They played last night against the Warriors. Had a chance to win the game. They blew it because who wasn't on the floor? Luka or Doncic. So this Christian Wood experiment.
On top of that, with Kyrie, Luka is literally, he holds the ball the entire possession. He is gonna hold them up the entire possession. What is Kyrie gonna do? Are they gonna just trade and just say, all right, you go 1-on-1 and you go 1-on-1? That don't make sense basketball wise. I don't like that.
No. And you're talking about two guards at that point, and not two guards that are going to defend either.
Oh no, not at all.
So Mavericks, I don't know what y'all thinking. Go and take yourselves out that sweepstakes. You might also need a new head coach. Miami.
All right, come on, Miami fan. What you thinking? Because I actually would like Kyrie, Jimmy, and Bam. Anybody else can go, but those three will be a solid. Because you got two big shot makers, like Jimmy in the playoffs. That's a real thing. That's a real thing in the playoffs. Kyrie in general is a real thing, and then Bam having his best season ever. Yeah, I like that personally, but I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, let me tell you something. We got about $47 million tied up this year in bullshit. Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, and the Polo. So, y'all need a big trade clause, man. And I know, of all people, the nerve. He got a grandfather clause in there being the oldest player.
Talking about it ain't that. It's like I can tell y'all, for one, if I can't, y'all can trade me, and two, where I want to go.
He don't want to do nothing. That's how it is. He want to get traded to Miami or the Heat. That's all he want to do. And I'm tired of it. However, go ahead and take whatever you need. I am totally on board with the Tyler Hero being gone. Because Tyler Hero is up, he's down, he's up, he's down. If you're telling me that I'm going to get Kyrie instead of Tyler Hero, goodbye. Kyle Lowry, goodbye.
Instantly.
Duncan Robinson, you need some shooting?
Look,
goodbye. Y'all take Deadman.
Y'all got the Miami Mafia. Kyrie will get straight at least for a couple of months. I trust Pat Riley to get him straight. That's just me.
And I believe Miami, along with the Clippers and Lakers, has a chance to sign him for longer than just 3 to 4 months because of how Jimmy is with players. And Jimmy and Kyrie have a good relationship. Kyrie and Bam also have a kind of weird dynamic as well. So I would love to see it. And I would love to trade the house for it. Go ahead. We always go all in when it's time. And so I would put Miami as the second option, the Clippers as first, Heat second, Lakers third. But only third if they get a third option. And there should be no one else realistically to talk about. Because I again, the Mavericks, the writing's on the wall. If you're not trading Luka Doncic, then it's over with. Why am I trading?
And we didn't even mention, I guess, in depth, the Suns. The Suns, they need a soft reboot. They don't need Kyrie to come in and cause anything because they had enough controversy for their franchise. They still got controversy with DeAndre Ayton, and they got to get rid of Chris Paul after this season. Nobody wants Chris Paul, so you're not trading Chris Paul. He's not himself anymore, obviously. Booker is not. He's chilling for the rest of the season. He's not really trying to do anything. I wouldn't do anything. I would just tank if I was them, just trade my pieces. But yeah, I actually am leaning towards Miami now. Like I like the thought of Miami with him, but I think it's a matter of is Pat Riley going to be open to doing it? That's the main thing. I think as far as like the fans down there, those fans are the most chill fans ever. They don't care as long as you're playing basketball. They halfway get to the game until second quarter anyway. Like it was one NBA Finals game. I'm like, what a crowd it! And then they come.
And this was LeBron. LeBron. We're the Beatles. Ain't nobody there on time.
Ain't nobody there till second quarter. So it don't matter anyway. As far as like him being booed in the warm-ups, they don't care. So I think my gut is so Took said that he gonna stay with Brooklyn. My gut is telling me I think it's Lakers. I think a third team is going to get inserted into the equation, and the third team is going to be somebody from the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes. So if that's going to be Houston, is that going to be Charlotte? I don't know how Utah feels right now because they're kind of halfway competing. They kind of fell off as the season progressed, but they might just say, you know what, F it, let's go ahead and commit to the tank. Marketing, you got an elbow, you out for the season. Clarkson, you got an ankle, you out for the season, and just commit fully to the tank. But I think it's gonna be Lakers. That's my gut. My gut's telling me Lakers, and we're gonna have a crazy ass Thursday. That's what I think.
Imagine Kyrie being traded to Utah.
Hey.
You talk about
he gonna make some Mormons mad up there, man.
Man, you talk about a show.
I don't know what the Mormon book is called.
The Mormons gonna go ham on him.
Yes.
Kyrie. Ooh, so Two said this. I say Lakers. Sheedy, what you think?
I mean, I'm torn between. Honestly, my gut is saying Clippers. My heart is Miami.
So Clippers.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna see. Hopefully by Thursday, where Kyrie has committed himself.
Oh, he has no choice.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Somebody gonna be right, I think, because I think he's gonna be in Brooklyn, LA, or one of the LA teams. That's what it's gonna be, one way or another. So, all right, we talked about Salt Lake City. We have announced the NBA All-Star reserves, and I got it somewhere. Let me pull up the graphic. Here it go. There's a little bit more or less controversy now because Steph Curry, he is now out for multiple weeks, according to Shams, with that, I think it's an MCL knee injury. It looked bad. So at this point now, I think his spot is open. Personally, I'm starting Ja Morant now, which is good with me as a Memphian. So Ja Morant can just slide into that starting spot. And then now you have a guard spot available, unless they do a wild card, which I don't think they're going to do. So it could be De'Aaron Fox. It could be Ant-Man. It could be Anthony Davis, since they want AD to be there.
No. No. You cannot. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Do you
hear me out, Los Angeles Lakers? There is no way on God's green earth that you expect to get 2 All-Stars into the All-Star game that only has 12 players per side, and y'all sitting at the 12th or 13th seed? No. You should have won your games. Now, if y'all a top 4 seed, we can talk. But no. And Anthony Davis is having a hell of a season. I get that. But he's also been hurt. No. That's it. That's all I have to say about that.
There it is. So do y'all have any problems with the reserves that were listed? So somebody else should have made it. We talked about like Brunson from the Knicks, of course, Fox.
Can we go back to the West? Can we say who we think should take the spot for Steph Curry
in place of Steph Curry? I say De'Aaron Fox. I just think he's averaging 26 a game. He's averaging career highs across the board. The Kings are 3rd place in the West. They haven't been this high since Chris Webber and Mike Bibby and Doug Christie, Vlade Divac, and those George Karl was coaching them. So I'm gonna say Fox. I think Fox should get there.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna definitely say Fox as well. Definitely.
Yeah, I think Ann has a case, but it's the Fox and Hound show to me.
Yeah.
So De'Aaron Fox has had a case to be an All-Star for a few years, honestly.
Yeah.
But there's so many guards. So to me, I say
Let me ask y'all this then. Do y'all think he should have got in by default over Dame Lillard?
No.
Okay. I'm
Just
making
Dame Lillard.
Just making sure.
No.
That's the problem. Is the name and how many points he's putting. It's when
30.
He's putting his points up
30.
at that time as well. Damian Lillard's been hot. SGA. De'Aaron was like more hotter, like towards the middle part of this part,
yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Which if he's this hot towards the end, yes, I would have said De'Aaron Fox, but
Thanks.
Damian Lillard has deserved it. Yes,
we actually had a TikTok that was posted with Halliburton, Fox, and SGA start bench cut, and all 3 probably are going to make the All-Star game. So shout out to us, a kind of foresight with with the All-Star. So, but yeah, any other problems y'all get with? I'm mad at DeMar DeRozan. I don't know what else is out in the East. I would have took Brunson over DeMar because the Bulls. I don't know. Let me see what the Bulls record is because
they're like number 9.
I like they get that mess out of here. DeMar DeRozan, you cool, and I know there's 2 dudes, but hey man,
this is a really interesting dynamic. Go ahead, too.
Let me just say, this is the first times where I look at an All-Star list and I actually don't see any snubs.
James Harden DeMar over Brunson?
Because I think even though the record may show otherwise, and some people do put emphasis over record, I'm actually not one of those people. I think that if you're having an All-Star season, you should be recognized, just like I've been saying SGA. All-Star, even though his team's not doing as well, he's having an All-Star season, especially in clutch moments. He's an All-Star player. Same as DeMar DeRozan. He's averaging 25, 26 a game, and he's literally hitting half of his shots. You put him anywhere else, like I said yesterday on Let's Be Real, you put him anywhere else on a contender, like the Grizzlies, and he can be an all-star closer type player for any team, just like he's doing for the Bulls. So that's an all-star to me. Drew Holiday, that was kind of questionable at first, but then I thought
I'm fine with Drew.
The Bucks, they top 3 all season, especially with Mid not being Mid, especially in him missing time. You got to recognize Drew Holiday and him doing his thing. And also, I didn't think in a million years we see the Memphis Grizzlies get 2 All-Stars. We got it, you know what I'm saying? And I got to be honest, bro. When I took the picture with Jaren a year ago, I told him, like, bro, you're going to be an All-Star next year. And, he an All-Star. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, I don't see anything I disagree with. I know people are kind of upset about the Jalen Brunson thing, but you got to look at the guards that are in the East, that came out of the East. You know what I'm saying? Who you going to put them over? Because that's who it was. It wasn't about, Randall or Brunson. They play different positions.
They consider DeMar front court or back court?
That's the question.
Let me see.
He might be front court because Levine is back court. So they probably could replace him anyway because Brunson is a backcourt player. So
yeah, they got him as a small forward.
Okay, well in that case they could replace him then. So I don't know who else would be a forward.
Oh, well, let me tell you.
Oh,
Pascal
go ahead.
Siakam.
Oh, shit, my bad. Yeah, Pascal. Because we're talking about winning and it don't matter. Like, Pascal been hooping.
Let me back up all of this, and we will talk about DeMar. So I originally had an issue with as of yesterday about Drew, whatever is my one.
I think Drew get in because of defense, man. Because Jaren get in because of defense.
That's the thing. Yes, I agree. Because his numbers don't tell it. 17 and 7 or something like that.
He guarding your best player every night and putting up 20 points a game. He also, in my opinion,
he was giving Kawhi work.
Yes, sir.
And he's smaller than Kawhi. And so him and like that name right below him, Jaren Jackson Jr. is another. He got in because of his defense. The same way Rudy Gobert got in for his defense. The same way Draymond Green got in for his defense. Draymond wasn't averaging 25 and 5 no season. That man was triple singles, right? So you got to respect basketball's offense and defense. So I totally respect the Drew Holiday situation. DeMar DeRozan. I hear the numbers. I also know the numbers. Not know the numbers, but I know that of the numbers that Pascal Siakam is giving, Rick Allen, yes, that Pascal Siakam is giving, there's 3 other players that are giving similar numbers. Those 3 players are all in the All-Star game, except for Pascal. Toronto is an afterthought after Kawhi. Period, point blank. They won a championship. Even after the year after they won a championship, Kawhi was gone. Toronto is a complete afterthought to everyone. Even though this team has a lot of pieces on it that could be tradable by, was it Thursday, Friday? And could be very, very much a contenders. So to me, if I'm looking at it from both sides now, so I'm talking about Drew and Jaren Jackson earlier, and now I'm talking about DeMar. I believe that if he is supposed to be in the front court, and he took that spot from Pascal, I think Pascal Siakam right now this year has had a better year as a basketball player, not just offensively, but defensively as well, to earn that position for that. Am I mad about it? No, because I really believe we need to really expand this a little bit more, because every year there might be someone that makes it or does not. But at the end of the day, the same way we don't care about the Pro Bowl and the NFC and then the NFL, tell me who's going to make all NBA teams at the end of the year.
Facts.
Tell me who's going to be those type of players. Those are type of who's going to be it when the finals happen, or who's going to be in the playoffs and make something occur. And so with that, I'm cool with it. It was a surprise. It's not really a surprise anymore. It's out the bag. But I personally would have liked to see Pascal over DeMar. There was somebody talking about why Tyrese Halliburton was in there, and I'm confused. Have y'all lost y'all's mind?
Number one assists. What you mean?
The number one person in assists, rebounds, points, blocks. Those players should be in there immediately. We didn't care when Andre Drummond got into the All-Star game.
Ooh.
We didn't care when the Pistons dropped 4 players in there.
Look, Ben Wallace was in there, dog. What are we talking about?
See, another triple single. Well, he might get them rebounds. So let me.
He get the rebounds, but that's the point. He get rebounds, so it's like he reward him for rebounding.
But that's just how I feel about it. I'm still gonna watch I'm gonna watch the 4th quarter.
I never watch it. I watch it in passing, but I never sit down and enjoy it. I haven't enjoyed it really since Jordan's last All-Star game, to be honest.
Who hit the game winner, right?
Nah, they still lost, but hit the one that going to overtime.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
that was a big deal because he was breaking until that point. He was breaking all the shots. But Pascal was putting up 25, 8, and 6, man. Like, what you want him to do?
Get out of Toronto?
Which it might happen by Thursday. It could very well happen. There was controversy about Jaren making it, but I mean, look, Jaren is the people talk about Dylan Brooks, and we ain't got to get into it too. You ain't got to get triggered. Jaren Jackson Jr. is the reason why the Grizzlies went from last to first with their defense. When Jaren is not on the court, it's a night and day difference. So he's a huge chunk as to why the Grizzlies are even number 2 in the West. So I didn't really see the problem with that. With Jaren being there. Everybody else, I'm pretty much okay with. I'm maybe not okay with Joel Embiid not starting, but hey, Paul George been hooping, SGA, Drew, Dame. Lord from marketing. We can give him a shout out, man. Is he here? Is Lord from marketing here?
He told me he had to decline the calendar invite. He told me he's going to show up for the trade.
Big time now. Make the All-Star game.
He is. He's got to get prepared, right?
He ain't got time for little people, man. Like, damn, Lord, get big time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a senior in marketing. He used to be a junior. Now he's a senior in marketing. So I don't.
Damn.
That's what it is. But we connected though. I emailed him. I talked to him. He says he's gonna try to make the show for our next one
for Thursday. Okay,
just a little bit too busy right now.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So we'll see Lloyd from marketing hopefully by Thursday this week. Which again, y'all, we are gonna do a trade deadline show this Thursday. I don't know what time exactly, but it'll be in the afternoon when I get off work. But we will react to all the trades that happened across the NBA. One more thing before we get up out of here. Shams did tweet right before the show started that Steph Curry is going to be out for multiple weeks. So that's at least a month from what I hear. I saw the injury. That jump did not look good. That knee was jiggling. And he's had recent injuries to that same knee.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
What's going on?
I know Kyrie didn't get traded to the Mavs.
You lying. Wait, is that breaking news?
I'm trying to find
out.
It
could be fake. We trying to wait. Hold on, yeah. We potentially got breaking news according to Sheedy. Unless he lied to us.
Yeah. Whoa!
Breaking news.
We was wrong.
Breaking news on 3 Hardaway.
Wrong. Wow.
Breaking news on 3 Hardaway. Are you serious? Y'all lying. Y'all are lying.
I knew he was going west, but damn.
Okay, forget Steph Curry injury. Kyrie
Wow.
Irving is a Dallas Maverick. Y'all lying.
Wow. They got Spencer back. They got Dorian. They got a first and multiple second round picks. They got it. Okay. Dallas, bro.
Well, we gotta update the show now. Let me make a banner real quick.
Wow.
Breaking news.
Wow.
Breaking news.
All lost on that one.
We all lost. We said Lakers, Clippers, Nets. He is with the Dallas Mavericks. Oh, it's finna be barbecue chicken on their backcourt. Ja Morant finna have a field day.
Yes. So this is clearly for a couple months. This is it.
It has to
unless like Mark Cuban would be that kind of owner to give Kyrie after all his shenanigans that money. But
he would need.
But I can't see Dallas beating anybody. Like they're not gonna beat the Warriors.
Here's why I think it makes sense, but I don't see it. It's because they've been looking for somebody that can replace the numbers that Jalen Brunson can do. And they saw how close they were last year. Now, we all said on the podcast that the Mavericks were a better team than last year. And now you get Kyrie Irving in that Jalen Brunson role to go get a bucket while Luka.
Makes a lot of sense. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, it makes sense talking about it like that, but it's like, are you going to extend Kyrie? Because if you don't extend Kyrie, it don't make sense. But on the court, it makes a little bit more sense thinking about it because you didn't give up Christian Wood. You still keep all your height. You gave.
Are they gonna play Christian Wood? That's
Ask Jason Kidd. Let's ask Jason Kidd.
This is wild. I mean,
we had breaking news with Hardaway. That's never happened before.
There we go. When we did that, wow, that's God. God's plan, bro.
I'm over here. I was literally looking at the Warriors schedule.
Right. Well, I'm ready to talk about Steph Curry.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden I see the Mavs traded for Kyrie Irving. No.
So now we can talk about we got more time now. Let's talk about it. Let me put up the standings.
I'm calling it now. Luka Doncic averages a triple-double for the rest of the season.
Okay, let me look at the standings right quick.
I'm putting, every time Luka play, I'm putting at least $2 on him getting a triple-double at this point.
Oh, you might need to put 20.
Like now that I think about it, just sit back and I know we kind of like on juices right now, kind of talked about the Mavs because it don't make sense with them to do it. Like Kyrie got to resign for them for this to make sense, and I think they can. But on the court, when Luka, like I said, he's getting tired by the fourth quarter. We talked about it earlier. If y'all been listening to the podcast, we talked about how Luka gets worse in the game, and now you get a Kyrie Irving. I know it's one ball, and we're gonna see how they work, but at the same time, Luka still can get 8 assists a game easily at this point now.
The Mavs. So now when Luka is down and can't handle himself, so to speak, Kyrie's more than capable of handling a team by himself, let alone a team that could still leave Luka on the floor in a sniper position to handle that and to break down the defense. I just I need to see more from Christian Wood. I need to see more from coaching. And if anything were, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say because I called them. We did call them contenders. they fell off to me with or
They're
without
like sixth
Luka.
place right now, 28 and 26. That 6-3 matchup will be crazy against the Kings.
Oh, you talking nothing? We lighting the beam on that. I'm calling the Kings on that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes. Because Sabonis is gonna eat.
Oh yeah, oh hell yeah, you're right. You're
eat.
right. They have no big man in Dallas. That's playing defense. I mean, Christian Wood, yes, but are they gonna play him? We don't know.
I don't know. So, in all fairness, I'm actually proud of the Mavericks for doing something. For getting Luka help. We've been talking about, everyone's been talking about Luka needs help. I mean, well, damn, to get one of the most prolific scorers in the game with another prolific scorer is awesome. But again, this is offense on one side, defense on the other, and injuries. But I hope the best for the Mavericks. This is a great move by Mark Cuban. And if you can keep him longer than 4 months, this is a game changer.
I don't think so, man. I can't.
That's the thing.
I can't see them doing anything this year. I don't think they'll be better than the Nuggets. I don't think they'll be better than the Grizzlies, a healthy Clippers, a healthy Warriors. I mean, maybe I'm overthinking.
Stranger things have happened?
Yeah, stranger things have happened. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, man. But Took's point, that makes so much sense because Kyrie is a Super Saiyan version of freaking Jalen Brunson. Like, he literally is Jalen Brunson, taller, better handle, better scoring. Like, and it makes sense because they lost to the Warriors, right? Was it last year they lost to the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals? So that makes sense. That just and the Warriors are hurt right now with Steph Curry out for multiple weeks.
I gotta see the rest of the moves that the Mavericks make because some telling me they're not done, especially with Christian Wood not having the season that they want. But I think if Dallas play their cards right and are able to find that balance, like I said, they're a better team than last year. They just added Kyrie Irving. This is a Western Conference Finals team easily.
Yeah,
easily.
I agree. Based on how it went last year, because they had a similar roster. So who it was Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and who else?
That's it. First round and a couple of second rounds.
Does Kevin Durant want to trade? Does Kevin Durant want to trade? Because I'm like, I mean, Dinwiddie is okay, but Dorian Finney-Smith, he's all right. But I'm like,
Dorian Finney-Smith is not all right. He's trash. He's trash. Be playing 30-something minutes, stinking up the court. No. And Miami had their nerve to try to go get him. No. Trash. No.
So if I'm Kevin Durant, I like to mention earlier in the show, I don't have that much time left. I need to win right now. Memphis Grizzlies, what we doing, dog? Hey, what we doing? What we doing, Memphis? What we doing? Everybody but John Bain and Jaren, what's up? And Steve, what's up? What we doing? We got most first round picks. We got like 5 rookies. 4 of them don't play anyway. You got Jake in South Haven hooping. What we doing, man? Grizzlies, what we doing, bro? What we doing?
And to your point that you're making, and I said this the other day, Kevin Durant is one of the 3 to 4 players playing basketball right now that you trade the house for. And right now, whoever's got whatever, you go and get it from them. I mean, Toronto, who I don't give a dang who it is. You try to go get Durant before it's over. Because Durant will be next to request a trade.
He has to be.
I mean, they're gonna make the playoffs because of Kevin Durant.
They ain't beating Milwaukee. They ain't beating Miami. They ain't beating Philly. No, absolutely
no. You line up to play the Nets at this.
Not point. Even now or next year. So I'm like, if that's the case, he has to go. He has to go.
Yeah,
it's hard for me to believe that, and especially so quickly, just like that this was the best deal that the Nets got.
I agree.
And I know that the first help for sure, the first round of helps for sure. Spencer Dinwiddie averaging 15, 18 a game. We get that. Kyrie Irving. Denny Smith, inconsistent. Everything she just said is right on it.
He's okay. He ain't terrible. He's okay. It's like, man.
Nets, what y'all doing? Like, I know they got something back for him. And kudos to them because I thought that wasn't. Kudos to y'all for pulling the trigger on that.
Hey,
but man. They could have did something. I knew it. Thank goodness they didn't ship them east like I said they wasn't.
Yeah.
So I guess it's the best package, and they ain't want to make too much fuss about it.
I can't believe the Lakers did not get involved with it at all.
I like this.
I can't believe you do.
Why? Yeah, I think the Lakers. can I record, girl? I think that the Lakers need to go and get someone else.
Okay.
I'll be there in a moment, baby. But like, I don't know who that is going to be. But we knew, to the point that we made earlier, we knew that the Nets were not going to take Russell Westbrook.
Correct.
So if that's the only thing you have to offer, because you're not going to give up LeBron, you're not going to give up Anthony Davis, you're not going to give up some of the white people, I guess. So if you're not going to give up all those people or whatever they've asking for, and someone else is, I'm willing to do it. I would like to see what the Clippers offered, to be honest, because I thought the Clippers...
They had to have a better offer. You got better players. You got better players with the Clippers. You got Kennard, who's a shooter. You got Norman Powell. You got Ivica Zubac. You got Covington. Like, I don't... Oh, Scary Terry got traded too?
Oh, Lord.
Is that a real trade, Trevor? It's about Scary Terry to the Lakers.
Yeah, that's what's going to have to happen. He's going to get bought out.
Well, you know what? That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm assuming that makes sense. But yeah, Lakers got to do something, because I've said it from episode 1. If Russell Westbrook's on that team, no, they're not winning nothing. And this actually hurts them this season, in my opinion, because what else can you add if you're the Lakers that's going to help them for the playoffs? I don't see nothing. I mean, Scary Terry, he ain't nothing but the same as Schroeder, in my opinion. I mean, I ain't saying Scary Terry is trash, but like, you just added another guard that Darvin Ham likes to go 3-4 guards deep in the lineup. That ain't what the Lakers need to be doing against bigger guards and more physical guards. I can't see that.
And I said this the other day about the Lakers. If the Lakers don't find the plunger, well, not a plunger, the stopper to stop the transitional defense that they play, they can go and kiss everything goodbye. They're not making it out the first round. I don't care if Kyrie would have made the team. Mm-hmm. If you're not, I mean, there's not stopping transitional. There's transitional defense is so bad that even on make buckets, they're still not getting back and playing defense. At playoff time comes, you cannot do that. And I don't even know who they were playing the other day that I watched that, and that was ridiculous. Yeah. Now don't get back against the Warriors and see what happens. Don't put a hand on the shooter and see what happens.
Man.
So no, the Lakers can get all they want, but until they stop that transitional defense, it's over with. But again, the story is Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Mm-hmm. And Dallas? He went to Dallas?
That's so random to me, man. That's so random. And I feel like now this is the next domino, because like if you're the Grizzlies within that division, it's like, okay, we gotta do something, right? Do we not have to do something?
I've been saying it, bro.
I mean,
everyone else is doing stuff around.
I'm like, we getting killed by Dame Lillard. Hey, Kyrie over here now too. Hey,
if we can't beat Luka by himself,
hey man,
what makes you think that we can beat him with Kyrie Irving?
Man, look.
I'm telling you, right? We should have been on the phone getting stuff done already.
We should be on the phone right now. Like, yes. Hey, there is no.
We should never stop.
There is no afternoon church service. Hey, everybody go home. We got Zach Kleiman. Hey, yeah, work to do, man.
Hey, and tonight's game, call up everyone from the hustle. Go ahead, everybody from the hustle play against Toronto. I don't give a damn. But the Grizzlies' problem is going to be that everyone around them has been doing things besides them. Mm-hmm. And we've just been like, okay, our talent will get better. Our talent will get there. Okay. Well, talent has now flown into the motherfucking building from Brooklyn. Now
yes.
What?
Yes. Because we know, like, and the reason why I love this trade right now for like the Mavericks is because Luka is already a half-court monster by himself. In the playoffs, we all say if the game slows down, Luka is going to score from the free throw line or from the field of play. You give him a partner that's better than what he had last year that can do the exact same thing. Two, you mentioned it all the time, defense don't matter. It's all about the scoring, man.
In the Western Conference, defense does not matter.
It don't matter, man.
Thank God the Warriors had Draymond Green.
Oh my God. I can't even process this. We had 18 people in the stream. I need y'all to leave some likes, man. We got 8 likes, but 60 people in the stream. Let's get them likes up, man.
What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling, man? This is crazy.
Man.
Then they didn't want Reggie Bullock, I guess. They didn't want Reggie B.
That damn hair he got, man.
I give it to Sean Marks. He played his cards right. They got the first round that they got was 2029, something like that.
Okay,
so that's further down the line when maybe Luka may not be there, and then the Mavericks are like, oh shit, we gonna suck.
Yeah, this is what I will say in terms of like other potential moves that I'm just thinking about in terms of like long-term growth. If I am Minnesota Timberwolves, I'm trying to see what's up with Kevin Durant. I'm trying to see what's up with Kevin Durant if I'm Minnesota. Primarily because I can give y'all Cat. You can have Cat. We can get D'Lo back with Dinwiddie. And you might not be winning this year, but you can win down the road. Isn't Cat from Brooklyn? He from the area, right? I think he's from New Jersey.
I don't know.
But Cat from overseas somewhere.
But he was high school, I think, in like New Jersey area. So somewhere over there. Because I think he was cool with Kyrie coming up, or like just as far as like mentor type shit. But if I'm them, I'm getting Ant-Man, I'm getting KD and Gobert. I'm Cat, you can go because we were winning without you. So we doing that. D'Lo don't want to be there. Cat, I'm assuming Cat's salary can match with Kevin Durant because I think Cat got a max deal.
Cat and D'Lo together, yes.
Yeah, Cat from Jersey, according to Travis. They from Jersey. We got some more comments. Kyrie got traded, bro. I know, Aiden, it's crazy. It's crazy. We got 21 folks in the stream, bro. This is the biggest stream we've ever had. Shout out to Breaking News. This guy's playing.
Breaking News, like literally, this guy damn near end the pod.
Right.
It's supposed to end right now, y'all. We supposed to be up out of here. It's 2:20. We still going because we just can't even process this. I can't process this. I
think I like the KD to Minnesota makes sense because of the pieces that you mentioned that could be gone. This is still Anthony Edwards' team. You would really be taking KD for, what is that, 3-year rental, so to speak. Mm-hmm. You got the protection and the pain with Rudy Gobert that you kind of have, I guess. It's better in Brooklyn. And then, like, I don't foresee them getting away too much for that. Yeah, but we've been saying on this for a while. Cat need to go anyway. Yep. But honestly, yeah, like where does Brooklyn go from here?
Brooklyn got to get like an all-star, and they got to get picks. They're not going to win this year or next year. They don't have draft picks to trade for somebody. Ben Simmons, you're not going to trade him. So you have to come up off Kevin Durant to get picks. Now, where is the question? We mentioned Memphis. Memphis got plenty of first-round picks.
Minnesota. And I'm sorry. It came out.
And Dylan Brooks.
I'm sorry.
We need the money to work. You right. Let's start there.
The money can work. They got enough players to make it work. I mean, as far as like not coming up off Bane. Because I mean, if we ain't trading Christian Wood to get Kyrie, I'm assuming we can keep Ja, Bane, and Jaren. We can give y'all a lot of picks and a lot of players to be young. You know. So I'm just, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I think Dallas needs to make like a new victory and try to go for Cat.
I think it's one more. I think Dallas got one more move.
Dallas not done, and it's in me like they not done. Like they not.
Dang,
done.
I would hate that and love it at the same time.
I would.
Carson Towns and Christian Wood type of trade, so to speak. Yeah, it gives Cat back to where he's more dominant. He's not dominant as a power forward.
Nah,
whatever this little stupid stuff was, get him away from. I mean, there's terrible coaching in Minnesota. It's bad coaching in Dallas.
It's better coaching than Minnesota. I'll say that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess I give him the uptick there. And, yeah, I think putting Cat more at the 5 spot for him and surrounding him with this type of talent that can score outside of the paint and let him still eat in the paint is exactly a good move and a great suggestion. That would, honestly, I think that would put them over the top for me. Wow. Yeah. This
definitely was not what we were expecting when we made this episode, y'all. We had a whole episode, and we still gonna do the episode Thursday for the rest of the trade deadline, whatever trades are gonna happen. But I feel like now we better see a lot more movement across the NBA. Shout out to Tyler from Fat Boy Fadeaway and TNB. He said Cat need a reset. I definitely agree, man. Definitely agree.
Terry Rozier saw us ended with 24 points.
Damn. So he scored 3 more points since the beginning of the podcast. 3 more points in the second half.
You was close, though. You was close.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I don't bet on sports in any kind of capacity, because I'll be pissed like Took was with Dylan Brooks not meeting his parlay with the assist number.
Yeah. And Paulo ain't hit that 3, so that's 3 games in a row. Paulo Bencore ain't hit a 3, so he like 0 for 11. Yeah, that's your boy, Savage. Hey. Your boy can't hit a freaking 3 in 3 games.
Hey. He young, man. He'll get there. He'll get there. Mavs getting Morris is nice too. Yeah,
they got him
for sure.
What Morris? Chestnut. What Morris they get?
Marquis.
Mr. Bag. They got Mr. Bag.
I said Morris Chestnut.
Carry on. What say carry on? Next guy. What's Morris been doing? He had 3 games out of 57 so far that he made something happen? Come on now.
This man said Morris Chestnut. Hey, Morris Chestnut been doing this thing with best man. Was it Holiday? He on All American now with his brother Tay Diggs.
Why he always shiesty? He always shiesty.
Never said Morris Hall.
Morris Hall, man.
Oh man, I'm going through comments now. Mavs will have 3 picks. They could trade all 6. Okay, so that will definitely help them to get another cat because Minnesota needs picks.
Oh,
Minnesota needs picks.
They're missing 4.
So
they're missing 4.
I'm on a roll right now.
It was Markieff Morris. So I don't know which Morris fan was better. Whichever one was
Marcus.
Who was the one that was in New York finna fight Jay Crowder? I forget which one that was. One of them was about to fight Jay Crowder.
I think it's the one on the Clippers now.
Okay, that's what it was.
The one on Clippers, he balling.
Man.
Yeah, the Clippers one is balling. The other one's been a travel man.
Okay, gotcha. That makes
Miami.
sense.
Back.
Oh man. I can't believe we were about to end the podcast 20 minutes ago, y'all, and the breaking news. Well, all right, y'all.
Wow.
So we're gonna end it here. We don't have any more updates right now, but like I said, we will be back this Thursday for a recap of the trade deadline.
When does Dallas play again? I need to watch that game.
I need to pull up, bro. What you talking about watching? You need to pull up. You actually, I'm jealous.
Now you know the ticket prices is up there now.
Oh yeah, they're going all the way up. You're going all the way up.
Kyrie. Hold on, man. My mama's birthday in a couple weeks. I might try to go to a game.
Now, if you coming now,
this man,
I make some.
So again, if y'all are still here, it's 15 of y'all here in the stream right now. If y'all still here, leave a like on the stream. Shout out to y'all for coming through.
Appreciate it, y'all.
We got blessed with this breaking news mid-show. So shout out to y'all.
Mid-show, end of the show. Ain't no mid-show. End of the show.
So if you are still here, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be back here Thursday for the trade deadline recap Thursday evening. So make sure y'all pull up for that one as well too. Shitty Face is looking crazy right now. What's going on?
Listen, first of all, the Mavericks play tomorrow night. Okay. But it's got to be must-see TV on Wednesday night. Everybody set the DVRs. Okay. Do whatever you gotta do. Mavericks Clippers.
Ooh.
Wednesday.
Ooh, I like that.
ESPN showing it. I need it.
So we got an entertaining week, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure y'all pull up, follow us on social media at 3 Hardaway Pod at Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere else is the same thing. So all right, y'all. Stay safe, be blessed. Peace.